It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Play fake. Now Penix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Intended for number 16. Look at this Baltimore defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Back to Robinson now on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here we go. Looking to throw, Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Penix.
Folks, good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Able to push his way through. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A nice Nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Falcons, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch here for London, and also a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll throw with Pitts. And this ball will be intercepted.
10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage, being their opponents. Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Now, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Here's Jackson. Find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 4-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14. Falcons nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a first carry for their fullback. And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. Now Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And looking to throw, Penix. They'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A quick throw out wide to Mooney. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To the air, Penix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
They'll run with Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they're trying to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They go play action with Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21. Falcons 3. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, and discouragement clouds that line.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Check smash, 70 Lions. Warriors 70, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cowboy 8, come 19.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
First down, Ravens.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Tyler Luke on for the Ravens field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now Pennick's going to hold on to it. Locates Mooney on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Right back to Mitchell on the second down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Jackson now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Call out a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Here we go.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Penix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw, Penix. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll throw with Penix. And this one incomplete. couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
8 yards to go.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
It's fourth down.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to...
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Recovered by the Falcons.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jalen Walker just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. From the gun, Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good.
At the 21-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
Now Penix. Looking for London on the out route complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Falcons first down.
Throwing again, Penix. And he rifles one incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard
So in
line.
Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27th. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Penix going to sneak it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Michael Penix scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Falcons get a bit closer. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw with Penix. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Ravens 21. Falcons 12.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Those defensively got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Falcons are right back in this football game.
Intercepted.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle, They're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. We got to switch it up. We got to switch it up. 60 Eagles.
Back to throw again.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got room to roam.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
To throw again is Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Michael Penix
With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. I said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
That's caught by Pitts.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I got to sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Finding Washington.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He's back to throw.
Now Pennick's going to hold on to it.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll look to throw.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
They're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Falcons are going to win the game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Falcons, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire